Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole. Today's video is a speed reviews haul follow-up. I feel like it's been so long since I did one of these videos, especially for Western brands. So we are doing it today. You know the drill. Timestamps and links are in the description box below, and today's video will cover two categories. We have skincare products and makeup products. So let's go ahead and get into this. I want to start with an update to a sample. I know some people feel funny about samples, but I feel confident talking about this after some of our past conversations. It's a small sample, but you know, sometimes a sample's all you need to know if you like or don't like a product. The problem with this one is that I had only tried it once, maybe twice, before I talked about it in my Allure video. The Allure Best of Beauty list, this was on it, and I felt like it was it felt strong to me, you know, it was really drying on my skin type. So I had people in the comments saying, oh, you need to try that a little more. That is actually really a phenomenal product. And now that I've finished this sample, actually no. Hold on, I want to back things up. Because before we talk about Drunk Elephant, can we please have a refresher on everything that has happened with Drunk Elephant? I don't know if everyone realizes, but the story of Drunk Elephant is practically blockbuster level entertainment. So let me go ahead and recap things for you. Now, in order to follow what happened here, you have to kind of mentally transport back with me for a moment to 2017. Are you seeing the cut creases? Okay, good. You are there. Whoa. No. Stop looking at the price of housing. We don't have time for sadness. It is 2017, and the two skincare brands that are just objectively on the top, the most prestigious skincare brands, are Sunday Riley and Drunk Elephant. I know some people are going, I don't believe you, Alice. I promise you, believe it or not, I was there and I remember it very well. The Ordinary was coming up at this time, but it's almost interesting to think about how people were kind of hesitant of The Ordinary. You know, there was a lot of, can inexpensive skincare be any good? But I mean, I guess it does make sense when you factor in, sure, people were paying $80 for a serum, but you could buy a nice house for $100,000. We weren't going to talk about that. And of the two brands, I actually had a better experience with Drunk Elephant. I thought that, for the most part, for me, it felt like the brand deserved the hype. And then the drama started. Because I think the mistake that Drunk Elephant made, again, it's 2017. Brands know that influencers are a good way to market your brand, your products, but I feel like there's still a lot of hesitancy. You know, you still don't see any kind of PR from brands like MAC, Clinique. And Drunk Elephant also thought that they didn't need to send out PR because they were already such a classy brand that, you know, just buy our stuff if you want to review them, YouTubers. I have a sneaking suspicion that if Drunk Elephant knew what was going to happen in the future with TikTok, with the pandemic, I think they would not have done this. It's so interesting because overall the brand had a lot of things right. I do think they were hiring good formulators. I think that is a lot of their secret. Good formulators make your products. You want to hire good formulators. They also made fragrance-free products, and this was kind of the beginning of fragrance-free on social media. It was a good time to be a fragrance-free brand. They pushed other stuff with that, though. They were anti-silicone. What was it? The Suspicious Six, right? Wasn't that their thing? But then they got caught doing weird stuff like this. And you know, it's not really a good look. It's not, who has time for that? Who has time for this? So they did this, they didn't send out PR, and then they were deleting comments, allegedly, on social media. And for those reasons, they got canceled. So yes, millennials and Gen Z canceled Drunk Elephant. And what's wild to me is if you look at who is buying Drunk Elephant now, some of y'all know, some of you know, it is Gen Alpha. Yes, like children, yes. Like 12-year-olds. That's why if you walk into an Ulta or Sephora, the Drunk Elephant display is such a mess. It is such a mess. How did they go from this brand that was beloved by people in their 20s and 40s to canceled, and now Gen Alpha loves them? Well, I think it's very simple, actually. I think it's because Kids never want to be like their parents. So understand you've got a 1% retinol product, a 10% azelaic acid product. I mean, these are not products that I think 12-year-olds should be using. I think they are way too strong, but their parents won't use this brand, so that's what the kids want. That's my theory. That is Alice's theory over here. I'm going to tell you about the product now, I promise. So I did finish my sample, and all I have to say is, it's so predictable. It's so predictable that I would like this. Drunk Elephant always went well for me, and this is no exception. And y'all are right. There's something about using this that the next day your skin looks so good. I don't really understand how this is standing out to me against something like the Costa Baja or the Peach Slices, but it is. I mean, it has to be some kind of synergistic blend. Now, here's the thing. I don't really want to fight 12-year-olds for this, so I'm trying to figure out, first of all, I'm going to use up my other azelaic acid products, but will I buy this? I don't know. I still don't know. I might try to figure out what they did to make this special and replicate it, because it's been a while since I've talked about this, but if you ever have an expensive product that you really like, see if you can kind of figure out why that product is working so well for you. Drunk Elephant discloses, so we know it's 10% azelaic acid, 1% salicylic acid, triple antioxidant brightening complex. There must be some synergy there. So I'm going to be over here trying to figure out how I can replicate the good results I've been getting from this before I fight 12-year-olds to get my own bottle. Oh, kiddos, please, I know you won't listen to me, but Bioma and Bubble, there's so many brands that are much more suited to your skin types, and it won't stress your parents' bank accounts, because I don't know if anyone's seen the cost of buying a home in 2023. Let's move on to another product that I've had so many questions about, and that is the DRMTLGY Needleless Serum. I think DRMTLGY has a really good model going on. Basically, if you haven't checked out their ingredients, they are so similar to a lot of the brands that you get from a spa. So I'm gonna say, I do think this is a good peptide serum. I like that it is non-irritating, fragrance-free. It has some ceramides, panthenol. It's a nice lightweight texture. I think everybody will like this one. And I did receive this in PR, by the way. But in all truth, I don't think I'll buy this again because I do like The Ordinary's multi-peptide serum just a little more. I really like that product. And it's great to find a product that is very affordable, that your skin responds very well to. So I'm about halfway through this. I will definitely finish it. But yeah, I don't personally think I'll buy it again because if The Ordinary works well for you, why change things? Let's talk about the Ziip Halo. They sent me the newest version, and I have to admit, I was on the fence about this initially. I have the old version, and I thought, is this new one that costs less, is it gonna be not as good? I actually think I like it more than the last version. Do you realize everything here tracks with what I've been saying about, skincare formulations and products? As technology gets better, it actually costs less to accomplish the same goal. So you can make a better device for less money. And to be honest, it's actually pretty similar to the last generation of Ziip. What I do like more is that it feels like they've increased the vibrations that it has, so you don't lose track of it. That's something that did used to happen to me with the old generation of Ziip. So you treat half your face and then you switch to the other side when you hear this little beep sound. It's louder now. The vibrations are stronger now, so you know where you are in the routine that you're doing better with the new version. My favorite Ziip routine is called the Founder's Favorite, and it is their nanocurrent routine. I don't know what it is about that routine, but it does so much for my skin. It's not instant gratification, and she, the founder, walks you through all of these routines. She says it as you're using it. You won't see the results immediately, but you'll see them the next day, maybe the day after that. I also think they're able to keep the cost a little lower because they have a new gel out that is a much more basic gel. But on that note, I have to tell you, I did repurchase the Golden Gel. This is going to be one of those expensive products that I do keep buying. I am convinced this is not just the best Ziip gel, this is the best gel to use with any kind of microcurrent, with the Medicube Ucera. This is the best gel I've ever tried. There's a big difference when I use this gel, not just in that it stays on your skin. You know, the worst gel, the worst is New Face's because you have to just keep applying it, whereas they have a very high glycerin content in this, so it stays moist on your skin. You apply it once and you wash it off when you're done with the routine. So that is one big check for favoring the Ziip gel, but the golden gel in particular, this formula, I feel like no matter what I use with this, be it the Ziip, the Eucera, the Age R, I always see more when this is the gel I use. It's expensive, but again, it has proven itself to me. That's why I went back for more. But I did want to let you know, Ziip wrote me that they do have some Black Friday deals going on with the code AliceintheRabbitHole. And to let you know, I'm kind of quickly going through this today because these are speed reviews, but in the future, I am planning kind of a big overview of all of the devices that I use and why I use them. So let me know if you have any questions about that topic. We're probably going to have to push that one into the new year because I've got a lot more research to do to see where we are with microcurrent at the time I'm speaking to you. Because, you know, the reality with these kind of devices is new research does keep coming out, and I want to make sure I stay on top of that. So yes, that will be coming in the future. And let's talk about some makeup products. I have got to give you all an update on these Nabla Cupid's Arrow full color stylos. So I bought 2 of these in the 21 Days of Beauty. And first of all, I have a correction. This one right here, the Arrow number 8 in Ivory, I said that this didn't work for me because I swatched it on my hand like some kind of doofus. I actually tried it on my eyes and realized, oh no, wait, that is the perfect waterline eyeliner. Why did I not try it on my eyelids before I went, oh, look at that, it's not right for me. You know, it's interesting though, I realized if I had gone in store instead of ordered these online, I would have just swatched it and said, oh, that's not right for me, and not bought it at all. But there's a little more, because I have one more update with these. These are the best eyeliners for the waterline that I have ever tried in my life. How do these last so well? Listen, I wear contact lenses, and that seems to really push the boundaries of eyeliner on my waterline. Oh my goodness. But these last. I am now officially mad at myself for my poor conclusion of this one, and also for just not buying a ton more of them in the Ulta sale. But now I know. Now I know for future 21 Days of Beauty. Oh my god, these are so good. I'm so glad some of you told me this in the comments. That's the only reason why I overcame my, oh, but look, it's not the right color-ness and tried these. Can you tell I'm mad at myself? I almost let not just a good product slip away, but no joke, the best waterline eyeliners. I didn't, and that's all that matters. And I also want to update you on my concealer efforts. So I bought 3 concealers. I actually bought more, but these are the 3 I've been trying the most. And as I said in some video, I've been on a new concealer quest because, first of all, Smashbox discontinued my holy grail. Rude. So I've been looking for 2 different concealers, one for under my eyes that won't crease, and another one for spot concealing. And it just so happens that in buying 3 concealers, genuinely 2 of these knocked it out of the park. The Haus Labs. This one is surprisingly high coverage, and I don't really like high coverage under my eyes, but that's what I'm looking for to spot conceal. And see, what they got right is not only do they have an amazing shade range, but this is very flexible on your skin. And because I tend to break out, I have hormonal acne, so I tend to break out the most right around here. This is an area of my face where there's a lot of motion, so I want a concealer that's gonna really bend with my face. And that's what this does. This is what I was looking for as a spot concealer. This officially replaces my long-lost Smashbox. And that leaves these 2, the Tower 28, which has been really, really popular, and the Kulfi. So with Tower 28, this is the one I tried at first. I really, I like Tower 28. I had a lot of faith in this. And I do like it, but I still felt like it was creasing just a little more than I would prefer. But then I moved on to Kulfi, and you know what? This is the one. And I had the most interesting experience with these side by side. So one day I was really trying to understand these two and how they compare. What are the differences in these? So I had swatched both on the back of my hand, and then I forgot about the swatches. So a few hours later, I look at my hand and I'm going, oh yeah, oh. And that's when I saw that the coffee was so smooth. I had forgotten about it on my hand and it stayed smooth. And it had kind of this really pretty soft satin finish, whereas the Tower 28 really did actually look more creased on my hand. I mean, again, we move hands a lot. So I am very confident at this point in saying that for me, the Kulfi has been a better choice. I will say one more time, I don't apply a lot of concealer. I never have. I think that is a big trick to making sure that you don't see any of that creasing. Because even if I tell you, I'm not seeing the creasing with a thin layer of this, you can build that up and start seeing creasing with probably any product. I have been very hesitant on speaking about this one. I did receive the Hourglass Jellyfish palette in PR, but I have some thoughts. And it is a nice palette, it really is, but I've been not comfortable talking about this on the channel. Hourglass was making such strides in overcoming their problem with recognizing that they need to have a full shade range. Last year, they had the Tiger palette, and that was wonderful to see. I really thought we were making great strides. I don't know what happened this year. And I feel like I've been getting into Hourglass lately. I fell in love with the skin tint that I talked about in that video. Oh my gosh, I'm wearing it today. I love the skin tint, which has a good range. Hourglass, keep up that energy for every release, please. There's no reason to exclude people in the year 2023. But let's talk about this. So this is the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked. I'm glad it's unlocked so I can use the carrier of my choice with it. This is, of course, the palette that was designed for lighter skin tones, and listen, it already had some of my favorites in it. Diffused Light, the yellow shade right here, this is so nice to use in the center of your face. It's supposed to bring light and a different ambience to your face. So you're getting diffused light when you apply this. That yellow tone works really well on warmer skin tones. If it doesn't work as well on you, no worries, because you also get the ethereal light right here, which is a solid white finishing powder. It is beautiful as well. Again, this is not adding color, but rather it is helping to smooth out your skin. And then you've got a really soft highlighter in here, you've got two different blushes, and you have a bronzer. I mean, I do admit, I do like the curation of this. I think it is actually an excellent finishing powder, blush, bronzer, highlighter palette. The only thing is, again, I'm just bummed that not everybody will be able to find their shade. I just had some audio issues over here. Man, I'm telling you, audio is the most important part of YouTube, and it is a pain when it goes wrong. So this is the newest product in this video. I did receive this from the brand, and one more thing before I introduce this. Have you all had the experience of seeing something and just feeling like it's so you? It's so you. This is an eyeshadow palette. It is called the Dragon Eye palette. Look at this packaging. Look. I am, in fact, a dragon mom. But hold on, this palette contains 7 duochromes and multi-chromes that all have a green shift to them. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And all of this for $45. These indies, man, they're so fair with their $45. Now get this. This is also the first time I've ever tried multi-chromes because they're so expensive. I cannot afford. I have been wanting to buy a Danessa Myricks palette, but $125, so I didn't know what I was in for. It has been such an experience. It's been so interesting. I finally understand why, I've seen content creators talk about how they are seeing something different in the mirror from what the camera picks up, and now I feel that too. So I'll put up some clips of applying this and some swatches, but I don't know if it's really going to capture just how pretty this palette is in real life. And this is What's Up Beauty. This is one of my favorite brands because I feel like what they do is they look at where the best quality for a certain category is coming from. So for example, their brushes are made in Japan. Any makeup enthusiast can tell you the best brushes are made in Japan. The eyeshadow palettes, made in Italy. Check your palettes. I bet your favorite palettes are made in Italy. And not just that, they're also clean, cruelty-free. They focus on sustainability, 30% recycled material in these palettes. Just a really cute little indie brand based in Arizona. I don't know how they found me. They're actually more known for their nail products, which, I am not. But their makeup is phenomenal, and it's gonna be really hard for me to put this palette down now because, again, it is so me. And my friends, that about does it for this speed reviews video. I hope you enjoyed watching. As always, feel free to share your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all next time.